Hi everyone, I'm Sagnik Das. I work as a software developer and the HCL RTist team. I'm here to present you with the module of BIRT, Business Intelligence and Reporting Tool. This was actually developed by Eclipse Foundation, uh, developed by Eclipse Foundation and Actuate Corporation in 2004. The latest stable release of Eclipse, the BERT was 4.8, which was in June 27, 2018. So since then, Eclipse Foundation hasn't supported this module in any form. So we were using BERT in our tool till 10.3, and we had to scrap this module as we didn't have support from Eclipse. And now we have come up with a working version of BERT with 11.1 artist. So I'll give a brief agenda of this. So we'll be talking about BERT, then the architecture, a brief idea about the report designer perspective. I'll show a demo on how to create a custom report and generate a report out of it. And then I'll show a built-in report in action. And lastly, I'll show where we will be getting this experimental feature in the help center. So let's start. What is BIRT? So BIRT is an open source technology performed. It's a platform sponsored by Eclipse Foundation. It is developed by Actuate Corporation, and in 2004 it was adopted by Eclipse. We use BIRT mainly for creating reports, visualizing data, and there are many operational reports we can create. A lot of business logics, internal implementations can be abstracted. It's very easy to use. So many organizations use this. Our tool specifically we use in our tool for generating data from very complex UML models. So I'll show in action how we can segregate certain crisp data and show it in different file formats. So coming to the architecture, there are three main parts here. First is the report designer. The report designer as the report design layout, where we drag and drop certain UI elements and we can design our report, how the look and feel. And also there's a support to directly code in XML and design our report. So the input from this module goes into the report engine, and in the report engine we have a lot of sub modules like charting engine. There are JDBC connector services, there are other web services connections, and in our case specifically we'll be using XML data, so the UML data in the form of our data source. So, and finally it's the report viewer where we view our report. So that generates in different file formats. Coming to the report designer perspective, we go to Windows and then perspective and go for report designer. So something looks like this, and then once we open the report designer perspective, there are I'll be showing how this looks, but these are certain parts in the perspective which are very important. So the palette, the first one over here, is actually the place from where we pick certain items and we can drag and drop it in the editor and design our report. Then comes the data explorer. Here we configure the data source and also certain column values or row values which we want in the form of data in our report. And suppose there are certain images or any icon as a resource, if you want to be visible in your report, you can show them. So for doing that, you'll have to have the JPEG or PNG files in your resource explorer. So let's start by creating some custom reports. I'll jump into the demo. So this is a general artist. This is the plugin development perspective. So first we would go into file, then we go into the report design perspective. We can go from here, report design. Now we want to create a report. So we click on file, new, and then click on report. So we name a report and we click on next, and there are certain standard templates of this report. It can be a blank report, it can be a report with rows and columns like this. So for simplicity, I'll just show with the blank report how it looks. So we have a rpt design file here. So in this rpt design file, if we want to create a report, suppose from our model, have the package data coming in here. So let's design that. So we'll go to the palette here, and suppose we want to name this. We use a label. We drag and drop it here, and then we name it like page data. We need to format this. We can do that, and then suppose we drag a table. Yeah. So it's just a generic design having a header and table. Uh, let's configure the data source. So the data source, we right click on the data source, new data source. So we are dealing with UML data source. So we click this, we name uh, in this package data source, and then we click and we go into the EMX file. So that's the model file from where we would be creating the um, end report. So we click next. So now for a particular data source, we need a certain set of data sets. So we create a data set. Let this name be like this. We want the package name. So we name the variable, the data set as package name, and now we select the platform that we had selected. Now the interesting part starts here. So this actually shows the complete project structure of the main model.emx, which I selected in the previous step. So now we want the package data or the package name in our report. So I select the package. I click on this. So this generates a query expression for me. All I have to do is just click on OK and then select the type. We click next. Now we select do the column mapping. So we select the package. We select the package and get all the attributes for now. So it's not necessary to have all the attributes here. We can have them, we may choose to delete them. So for now, I'm just using this, naming it as package name, and we click on finish. So now all the configuration for the dataset is done. Now if you would want to see a result of this, so we click on the preview results and we see, yeah, one record is found. So this is just a simulation of the data that yeah, the data comes. So now all we have to do is use this in our report. So I renamed this one to package name. So let me drag and drop it here. So we have mapped the package name in this table to the first column. So then I save this, and we were working in the report designer. Now I would go into the UML development, go into run, then report. We do report configuration. So let's assume we don't have this configuration. So we create a new one like this, and we go to the location. Maybe we name this fig. This, and then we created this rpt design, demo final rpt design. We click here, we automatically the main model emx comes here, and we click on apply and click on report. So this would generate our report. So this is just a demo to show that yeah, the data is actually coming from our model. This name RT app is actually getting fetched from the UML source. That is the package name is coming here. So now for simplicity purpose, I wanted to show the mapping of one column here. I have a ready design that I would want to show. I have created this with our product logo here, and suppose I want to check how it looks with our present configuration. I would select my pre-validated configuration here, and then yeah, my report, then report. Yeah, so this is just a report which has all the capsule names and all the protocol names listed in two different columns. So these I have mapped from the same main model EMX file. So this is something that may be very useful to customers who would want a very complex data mapped in a very tabular form, and for a business purpose they can use this. Also, another point I wanted to show here is using run. If we go here and go into the report configuration, and then we select report that we have a RT specific protocols report. So this report is actually present in the form of a built-in template. I will be covering that later. Just for briefly, I would say this. So I have taken this inbuilt report, the RPT design file, and I have just customized this to add just the company logo in this. And I would just show you how it looks and how flexible it is to use any RPT design file, make a minor change, and you can use it for your business. So we select this and select the correct configuration. Okay, and then I would select select it from my workspace. I go into the EMX file. I click on apply. So yeah, so this is how it would look. We have a logo and we have a data which is real-time specific, having the in events and out events visually displayed here. Okay, so coming to my presentation. Okay, we did complete the custom reports now. Now, in built-in reports, like we were seeing the report configurations, we have an option of built-in where we have a set of built-in reports, and we can generate a report by giving the certain EMX file from there. So let me quickly show a built-in report how it looks. So now I would show you the metrics report for a model. So yeah, this would show a pie chart having all the data from this same model. So I'll select this, click on OK, apply. Maybe I'll rename it. Apply. Yeah. So we have 3 generalization, 9 classes, 6 and interfaces. So we have it in the tabular form here. So these all data comes from our project. So these are certain built-in templates we have in the BIRT module. Now, coming to the where would you get the final drop? It would be in our info center. And in the I'll show you the location where it is available. We go to artist user guide, articles, and integrations, and BIRT integration. So this is not yet updated, like Matthias mentioned in the beginning of the demo. So once we make a final drop, so we will be creating this. So here, customers would be able to download this zip and install it in Eclipse, and these steps are all mentioned. So yeah, that's all I had from my end. Is there any questions?